Well, this is the games that they look forward to, because then the backups get a chance to show themselves on the film for next year. You talk about the third string guy, and Wally's just saying, can we get this one over with and get to the playoff game? Checking his watch.
They've got a tight connection for the airport
do they?
Tonight.
Oh, we know what that's like.
So the Stampeder offensive coordinator, Mr. George Cortez, promised me there would not be overtime tonight.
I don't know. 2-point game right now.
He promised, though, Glenn.
Okay.
Ben Sankey is the Calgary quarterback right now. Looks long, may have a target. He does. And Bo Richter made the catch, jumped over the fallen defender after a flag flew, and Bo Richter is hurt.
This is the biggest fear that both coaches have, is losing a key player in a game like this. And that was some play again by Mark Bo Richter. He's working on Chris Schilling.
Hamilton, number 30, declined.
Schilling interfered with him, and then Rob Hitchcock rolled on his ankle as he pushed him out of bounds, and it was definitely not intentional by Rob Hitchcock by any means. He was just pushing him and went down and rolled on the back. First of all, a very good play by Bo Richter. Here's the end of the play. Hitchcock pushes him out of bounds, and as he goes down right there, he rolls on the back of his ankle.
And he's in immediate pain there, so could be a fairly serious injury here.
Well, last night in Louis night, we saw Alfred Jackson go down, and that would be a huge loss for the BC Lions. The last we heard is that he had problem with the nerves in his fingers. And there you go, Mark Bo Richter with the ankle injury, what looks like an ankle injury, lower leg anyway. It's the biggest concern in a game like this, and it's tough to tell players, you know, don't get hurt. I mean, you got to tell guys to go 100% and play as hard as you can, because it's when you relax in a football game that you usually get hurt. And both those coaches have a difficult situation in a game like this.
Timeout at Ivor Wynne in Hamilton with the Ticats and the Stampeders heading to the final quarter.
There are those moments in life when absolutely nothing weighs you down. When you feel totally, completely free. For 2001, Hyundai introduces an exciting new line of quality vehicles that are a joy to drive and virtually effortless to own. Hyundai gives you the freedom to get a lot more out of life.
There are differing opinions on what exactly it means to be Canadian. But the classic definition is as follows. To be Canadian, you must be clean, cold, and crisp.
Back at Ivor Wynne in Hamilton, the news is not good at all for the Calgary Stampeders. Mark Bo Richter is being taken off to the sidelines. Sports Desk with its new time continues next week. Rod Smith and James Duthie will star on Sports Desk, the 10 p.m. Eastern edition.
Yeah, they brought the injury buggy out to pick up Mark Bo Richter, and he didn't put any weight on that ankle.
Sankey is the quarterback on first down.
Then Alan Pitts gets thrown hard from Chris Schilling into that sideline, and cement walls are very close here in Ivor Wynne Stadium.
8 yards on the play, second down, 2 yards to go.
Into the final few seconds of the third quarter. Alan Pitts over 1,000 yards earlier this afternoon for the 9th time, and that became another CFL milestone that goes beside the picture and the number. Alan Pitts in the Calgary Stampeder media guide.
Yeah, another record.
Brock Preston on second and a couple.
Preston, the ball carrier.
Early in the year, Alan Pitts set the yardage record for a receiver, and some records have fallen this year.
It has been quite a year. Mike Pringle establishing the new standard for rushing touchdowns this season at 19. Alan Pitts also setting another milestone. Into the final quarter, Wally Buono and the Calgary Stampeders holding a 2-point advantage on the Hamilton Tiger Cats of Ron Lancaster.
The CFL live on TSN at the quarter.
We've been talking about how this is a key game for Hamilton just in the sense of breaking that losing streak before the playoffs, but there is some incentive for Calgary as well. If they win this game, they will beat Montreal for the most wins in the CFL this season, 13-12, so that's something to play for anyway.
Yeah, it sure is, and Calgary's in a situation where they can finish the season with the most wins, but I see Ben Sankey in the game right now. George Cortez must have felt pretty good about the way Mike Cowley played and that he was on his game, because I don't think that the Calgary Stampeders come 2 weeks from now when they play in the home in the Western Final that they're going to get down to the third-team quarterback. So give Cowley all the reps, but he must have felt that Cowley was on top of his game, and situation where we're seeing Ben Sankey getting some valuable playing time.
You know, and it's almost insulting to Hamilton when you think about it, because here's your third-team quarterback that has a chance to beat your starting defense. One observation, Warren Mazika is doing pretty good at the middle linebacker position. And I think also Ronald Williams becomes a key component, because in very tight scores, your running game is still a big part of the football game because of time of possession issues. But in the overall picture, I still think it's very disappointing. Even if Hamilton wins this game in a close one, they still haven't proven that they're able to come back and dominate a football team. This is about the 7th week in a row, Eric.
And Chris, looking ahead a week, I think this Eastern semifinal is going to be one heck of a game. Hamilton's shown some real positive signs today, and Winnipeg, we know how explosive they are. The concern, their road record. On the road this year, 1-7-1. We talked about All-Stars earlier. A key matchup to watch in that game, Mo Elwanibi, your favorite, Chris, against Joe Monfort. That's the key matchup. Can they protect Kahari Jones?
And of course, awaiting the winner of that game would be the Montreal Alouettes, who played their final game today, and it was a loss. The Argos finished 6-2 with pinball on the sidelines and a lot of positives heading into next year. Fourth quarter coming up.
Oh, you're going, no, I'm not kidding. Not going there, James. That was him. Listen, pinball finishes at 6-2, and that's a pretty interesting story. Yeah. Turn that Argonaut team around and finish with a winning record, at least for pinball. They miss by just that much with the Bombers winning on the weekend.
I'm going to miss the geeky guy. I am. I'm going to miss him.
Okay.
I really am. You know, they've done a nice job all year long, and I really should take this time to thank all the people behind the scenes, too, on this crew, because there's a lot of guys that put a lot of work and a lot of passion into this game that you don't see, and it's been quite a year. That and a lot of fun we've had this year, but there's a lot of technicians and cameramen and people behind the scenes, our producers Paul McLean and John Hines, that have done a tremendous job all season long, and a lot of guys that you don't see that love the Canadian Football League, love football in general, and do a real nice job to get the games to you.
So let me get this straight. First of all, you slam Duffy, and then you turn around and you snuggle up to everybody else that we worked with all year long.
You know, I mean, I want to have a lot of people on my side of the wrap-up party. That's all. Well, James has done a great job. The whole panel has, and it's been a lot of fun this year.
Stampeders are on top by 2. We're into the final quarter of the regular season for 2000. As Ben Sankey, away from 2 Tiger Cats, but still falls to the turf and gets landed on. Flags do fly down there. Late hit on Sankey, likely. And I didn't see which Tiger Cat was the 3rd into the pileup. Might have been the enthusiastic Warren Musica. Getting his first chance to start. He's in the middle of things down there. 27-year-old of
27 wearing number 27 from Saskatchewan.
Yeah. 27. Why does that ring a bell?
Major foul, unnecessary roughness. Hamilton, number 53, first down.
Joe Mumford ran all that way and thought he'd finish it off with a hit, but Ben Sankey was definitely down. It was actually Warren Musica who made the tackle on Sankey. There's a play action and the sprint to the sideline. He's on the full run. He's being tracked down right now from Joe Mumford. Here comes Warren Musica. He gets him down.
At least slowed him up.
There he goes down, and then the hit comes a little bit late. You know, in fairness to Joe Mumford, he may have thought that Sankey broke that tackle and was trying to get downfield.
Stampeders set up with a first down as a result, and that play went nowhere. A little slow in developing.
No, but
Gonzalo didn't buy into it at all, Gonzalo Floyd.
That was the duck reverse. That was the one they practiced with the duck. It was the duck reverse to Tunkara. But Gonzalo Floyd was like the duck hunter. He was sitting in the weeds with the shotgun.
Face mask, Hamilton, number 90. First down.
Oh, he got a penalty on the play.
Gonzalo Floyd takes the penalty.
See, he didn't have a hunting license, so he gets the flag. See, here he comes. He's going to come up the field, and he's not. There's the reverse. In practice, they use the duck. There's the face mask. Down goes Tunkara. It worked better with the duck.
Ticats are taking too many penalties. Stampeders set up at the 8 with a first down from there. The touchdown toss is way long.
No shot.
1,528 yards in penalties the Tiger Cats have absorbed this year, which is not good. 300 yards in the last 2 weeks.
And there was no way Alan Pitts was catching that pass. Chris Schillings was underneath it, and he had help from Rob Hitchcock. Little double team on Alan Pitts, because Rob Hitchcock knows one thing. He knows that that's the guy they want to go to down in the red zone.
8 penalties for 62 yards against the Tiger Cats tonight.
Hitchcock's the veteran, 6 years, and he watches enough film to know that tendency.
This is 2nd and 7 and a timeout called.
See right up there, that was Rob Hitchcock, was right at the line of scrimmage. Ben Sankey saw him up there and decided to call the timeout. He started to walk up like he was going to blitz. And you see him nodding his head. That's what you love, that when you call a play that causes a quarterback to call the timeout on the fly. Because now you know you got him thinking. Maybe you're in his head a little bit. Hitchcock says, yeah, we had him there.
19-17 as it stands right now in favor of the Stampeders. Later tonight, NFL primetime, beginning at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Carolina at St. Louis. And Glenn Suter likes the Rams in that one.
I don't know anything about the spread or any of that, but I'd take it all.
2nd and 7 for the Stampeders, trying to hit the end zone for the first time as
here comes
third-string quarterback Ben Sankey. From Hitchcock, might have lost the ball. It's loose down there, and it's a matter of who gets it. Tiger can't say it's us. And Joe has the slow mojo down there.
Hitchcock came up with it. See, Hitchcock was showing blitz and then sliding around. He had to take the back out of the backfield. Comes up with the fumble recovery.
Maybe late in a nothing game for the Tiger Cats, but turnovers like this heading to the playoffs really have to add to the enthusiasm on this team that has struggled for the past 6 weeks.
Swipe your club card at Safeway for automatic $1 million touchdown to win entry. If your name appears, it means you've won. The Cool Skin Shaver with reflex action from Philips. A superior wet shave experience without fear of nicks and cuts. Cool Skin from Philips, our closest shave ever. Or the Dirt Devil Vision Canister Vacuum. This powerful vacuum is lightweight, bagless, and versatile enough to clean any surface. Dirt Devil, power you can see. Swipe your club card for everyday great savings and your chance to win $1 million at Safeway.
All right, we're going to go play some ball.
Be careful.
You got to try this.
Radica's new Play TV Baseball. Plug it into the TV and you're on the field.
Let's go. See if you can hit my curveball. Oh, yeah.
Pitch and bat against each other or play on your own. Just plug it in and play.
You can never hit my inside fastball. Oh, it's out of here.
Full-length day or night games, home run derby, pitch and bat like you're on the field.
I never knew you could play this real on TV. That's Radica.
Radica Play TV.
Batteries not included. There are differing opinions on what exactly it means to be Canadian. But the classic definition is as follows. To be Canadian, you must be clean, cold, and crisp.
Here's the Tiger Cat turnover.
Little 2-on-2. Look at Scotch Regibald and Thomas Rayham right there on Mumford. And there's Hitchcock. Now Mumford's going to come off the edge. Ram is expecting help from Reginbald. Really doesn't get it. Hitchcock is supposed to be covering Reginbald. That's why he's up at the line of scrimmage. Mumford gets the strip. Hitchcock, the fumble recovery.
Ticats first down. It's Cody Ledbetter at the controls. Stands in and fires deep. He's got Flutie. And it's picked off again by the Calgary Stampeders, Marvin Coleman. That one wobbled a little bit on its way down, didn't it?
First of all, Ron Williams, he saved about 2 years in Cody Ledbetter's life. That's exactly what he did, because he's going to go on a play-action fake right here and then turn around and pick up the blitz coming from Jack Kellogg on the backside. He doesn't recognize this. Watch him alertly pick up that blitz. If he doesn't recognize that, Cody Ledbetter loses a couple of years.
Ledbetter may get a second life here because there's a marker down. And they're back at the original line of scrimmage discussing this with the Ticat offense still on the field.
That's called saving your quarterback's posterior.
So there was a penalty against the Stampeders. Redemption for Cody Ledbetter. No interception for Marvin Coleman. And this is 1st and 5. Ronald Williams had nowhere to go. He was wrapped up by Joe Fleming in a huge hurry, and Ray Jacobs was in on it too.
Fleming's still going hard. Can't go through the Fleming wall. Got to go around the Fleming wall.
Second down, about 7 to go.
He's really made a difference to the Stampeders' aggressiveness up front this season. One of a couple of changes over there as far as the Stampeders are concerned.
Well, aggressive and consistency. You know, now they never really had dominant pass rushers. They were in a bad defensive line in the past, but never dominant. Now they are. Shante Peoples and Joe Fleming.
Second down, Ledbetter has all kinds of room to run, but he goes for the target, Andrew Gregg. And Gregg has the first down, forced out by Coleman. And the gain, 19 yards.
Again, good signs for the Hamilton Ticats. They're picking up the blitz. This time it's Carl Coulter who picks up the blitz coming from Eddie Davis. That allows Cody Ledbetter to get to the outside and throw this ball to Andrew Gregg. Gregg does a nice job in the open field of heading inside in a hurry and then putting the brakes on and getting back to the outside. Carl Coulter doesn't pick up that blitz, and again, Cody Ledbetter gets nailed.
Gain is 19. Ticats out near the 35. Ledbetter looking deep, wide open. What a catch! First by Mike Morreale today, and he laid out and brought that one home.
That's a good throw, too. Out to the outside. Recognized that Morreale was in behind coverage immediately, and it was just a matter of whether or not he could pull the trigger in time. But look at the air that Cody Ledbetter puts on that ball to get up and over Marvin Coleman.
And again, Cody gets hammered.
Well, that line has been doing a nice job up front. He gets kind of pushed down there by Shante Peoples.
That wasn't exactly hammered.
Well, it was kind of a play school hammer.
Yeah. 42 yards. Ledbetter.
Well, he overthrew the target, but a good play action fake up into the middle to buy him tons of time. Fortunately, he really just looked to one receiver because Andrew Gregg was out there on the sideline short. Had he looked down the field, Darren Flutie was wide open, and Cody Ledbetter definitely had enough time. It was the fake by Ron Williams that gave him that time.
So it'll be 2nd and 10, Tiger Cats. Less than 8 minutes to go in the regular season. Tiger Cats are feeling a little bit better about this performance, win, lose, or draw here.
And so is Matt Dunnigan back in control. He's got Hamilton to win and take Duthie.
Right now, though, it's the Stampeders on top. Ledbetter has Gregg, same play as he thought about a moment ago, and that'll net the first down. Biasu over to make the tackle.
Well, this is a real good sign for this Hamilton team. And we talked about how much they've struggled, but they got something going now. Andrew Gregg has made some catches in the open field and some good moves. Mike Morreale, all of a sudden, he's been invisible all year long. Darren Flutie's timing's coming back. Good throw by Ledbetter. You want to play receiver for a play? Here you go.
Nice drive by the Tiger Cats. Began back near the 10-yard line.
They're blocking them up front and picking up those blitzes as well. All good signs for Hamilton.
From the Stampeder 20, a fake, and then the throw to the end zone, jump ball. Amerson couldn't bring it down.
Greg Frere's got over there, and he went a long way to get there.
Amerson hasn't quite snapped out of the doldrums yet, though, has he?
Well, no, they haven't got him involved at all in the offense here tonight, but that's a long way for Greg Frere's to travel. He was right in the middle of the field, and look how far he went over there. Decided at the last minute to play the man, not the ball. A wise decision, especially when you're in your own end zone.
He did have time to react, though, Frere,
he
because the
come
ball
back.
was in the air for a while. One catch for Amerson, Glenn, for 12 yards. That's all so far tonight. 2nd and 10, Ticats.
Oh, he was open.
There you go. He was wide open. Amerson was open, too. So was Flutie.
Archie Amerson is still standing there with his hands on his knees at the 5-yard line. Cannot believe that Cody Ledbetter didn't see him. And when I talked to Amerson before this game, and he said, you got to watch me because I am getting open occasionally. And Archie, I hear you, because you were open there. Whoa, was he open. Cody Ledbetter went the other way, but so was Darren Flutie.
Yeah, he had 2 targets there. They were both open. He got a little excited when he saw Flutie about 5 yards out. Osbaldiston adds 3, and the Ticats have the lead by 1. So Dunnigan is leading the standings as it stands right now. Only by a point, though.
The great thing about the new Rio from Kia is that you can get everything you want in a car and still have money left over for that other stuff, like food and clothing and shelter. The new Rio from Kia, under $12,000, over and above what you'd expect. It's about time everyone had a well-made car.
Got an integrated FM stereo and it's internet ready. Presenting the new Motorola handset from Fido at a special introductory price of just $75 after Fido rebate.
You know, in the Canadian Football League, we have 12 guys instead of 11. What do you think? An extra man out there?
Of course. They all look good in their pants.
Ooh, can I take him home? I think you can never have too many men in tight pants on a football field.
And we have unlimited motion in our backfield.
Wow.
And they're ready to go again in 20 seconds.
Where's this again? I may have to rest up a little.
Uniglobe Normark Travel features ultimate Grey Cup packages. Supplies are limited, so call today, 1-800-268-4400.
What a year it's been in Canadian football. Alan Pitts early in the season establishing the new yards receiving record. He's already, of course, the #1 receiver of all time in catches. Louis Pasaglia says so long last night. Great farewell.
Yeah, and sets a record for field goal percentage in a single season in his last season in Canadian football. Pinball Clements retires and has really turned the Argos around.
6-2 as a head coach. Gizmo says goodbye with his career. 26 touchdowns.
How about how Damon Allen broke Ron Lancaster's record, a 45-yard bomb to Alfred Jackson. It has been a tremendous year, and when you look at this league, you know, I think sometimes its greatest attribute is resilience.
Well, and when you talk resilience, we can't forget Mike Pringle, who established a new mark with 19 rushing touchdowns in a single season, a record that had been around since 1957, and Pringle broke it with his 19 this year. So.
All the records and the great players, and you think about this league and what's happened in the Calgary Stampeders organization and the Montreal Alouettes organization, really encouraging trends. And I'm talking about sellouts in Canadian football.
And no team has done a better job of that than the Calgary Stampeders.
Television ratings way up. Overall attendance way up. You know, and yes, there's always battles, and there's always mountains to climb for the Canadian Football League, but I don't care if it's the X, the Y, or the ZFL. This league is the best brand of football available. It's the most entertaining, and it will last. And John Tory steps down this year, and he's done a nice job of getting the ship going in the right direction.
Well, the new commissioner gets his chance, Mike Liswell. It wouldn't be the Canadian Football League, however, Glenn, if it didn't have a little confrontation, controversy at times.
You're right.
Sankey is the quarterback. He's almost picked off. And the Ticat secondary has to go to pass-catching school. Schelling has missed his opportunity now. So let's see. Gerald Vaughn missed a couple. Schelling missed one there. Nicholas Harper missed a couple. Donald Smith missed one.
Okay.
I mean, they were not all easy interceptions, but I mean, there was a chance on at least six with all these rookie quarterbacks playing for Calgary today. A few errant passes.
Well, Rob Hitchcock is really the only guy who hasn't got involved. Now, Dave Dickinson hasn't played a whole lot, and that might be part of the reason that they've had so many cracks at footballs. But they haven't been able to hang on.
Akins has had a pretty nice day. One punt return for a touchdown. Charge may be on here from the Tiger Cats on Martino. They whistle it down there. Might have been a little early movement.
Procedure, Calgary, number 38, still third down.
But it has been quite a year, and I can't wait for the playoffs.
Next Sunday, Bombers are here in Hamilton.
Bring it on.
Lions are there at Commonwealth in Edmonton. East and West semifinals a week from today. Martino has to jump for it. Oh, came close, did the Tiger Cats. Akins looking for a block. And timeout at Iverwin. 8 on the return. 6:25 to go. It's a one-pointer. Ticats are on top.
Hi there. As usual, you caught us in the middle of a project.
And well, there's nothing new about that. There's everything new about the newest tools from Mastercraft. The Boa Constrictor Strap Wrench and the Baby Boa. They're like no other tools you've used.
The secret is the Boa's adjustable strap. It's virtually indestructible, and it resizes to practically any shape object. And the more force you use, the tighter it grips, giving you the power to budge things you never thought you could.
Like stubborn oil filters. They're no match for the Boa Constrictor. Same for rad caps and oil caps. Just about everything under the hood.
The Boa's great for getting a hold of all sorts of things, but as powerful as the Boa may be, it'll never harm delicate surfaces like chrome or wood.
And stubborn jars don't stand a chance either. From your tiniest jam to your biggest pickle.
Clever.
It sure is. It's the Boa Constrictor Strap Wrench, sold in sets or individually starting at just $14.99.
All covered by the Mastercraft Lifetime Guarantee.
It's a new idea in